One thing that I want to add, which is, it's kind of disappointing, and it actually kind of makes me a little regretful sometimes of going to some of these places. Well, a good morning, everybody. From Japan on board the Diamond Princess. Today we are in Sakai Minento. I'm sure I butchered that. We're doing an excursion today with Princess. So this was one that we didn't initially book. We got waitlisted for it, didn't hear anything about it. We didn't think we were gonna get it. And then when we got on board, we had room. We had these charges from the shore excursion desk, and it was for this tour. So we'll see if it's any good. So we found in the library yesterday while I don't think you got it all on there. Oh, there you go. We saw they have this commemorative stamp. So Taylor's doing a practice test. Yeah, it looks pretty good. But we got this book right here because that was kind of like the thing that you do when you come to Japan. So Taylor's going to put her stamp there. Nice. Looks pretty good. Might want to take, I was going to say a clean page.
What I'm going to do.
Okay, so with an excursion here with Princess, it's just like any other cruise line if you've done it before. If you haven't, essentially what happens is on your ticket, it'll tell you a meeting place. Today ours was in the theater. I thought we were actually gonna have more time, but as soon as we showed up, they sent us out. So I was gonna try to get some video in there just so I could show you, but essentially you just go to the meeting point and then they will direct you to where you gotta go. But yeah, so we're gonna go through security and immigration and then we'll get on the bus. After about a 2-hour bus ride, we finally made it to the Grand Izumi Shrine here. And it's absolutely beautiful. And surprisingly right now, it's not like overly crowded, which is really nice. But I mean, just check out some of these views. They're crazy. On the phone that we're moving. Now, this excursion here was not necessarily the most exciting one, but it was very culturally immersive going here to this shrine. And the first place that we actually went into to actually explore was a place where we could not take any photos or video inside, but they had a lot of old Japanese artifacts, paintings, different things to really, kind of show what this shrine here was in the past and give you a lot of detail. It was nice. They had stuff in English, so you could still, read and understand what was going on. So this building here, we just learned, is the Hotel for the Deities. And there will be roughly 8 million of them staying here. It's kind of, it's not really funny, but it's just really interesting. So the doors are closed right now, but they'll open them up in like October-ish. Now again, this was not the most exciting tour you could say that it was. It was certainly very culturally enriching, and we really got to learn a lot about just the religion and how it functions and the way that it works here for the people in Japan. While we could not go inside the actual grand temple here area and walk around on the inside, and we could really only take the photos and videos from the outside, we still got a lot of explanation of what this place represented. Now, the one disadvantage, again, of doing larger tours like this with the cruise line is that if you don't have, a hearing device that the tour guide has and they speak into it, though, and it goes into like a little earpiece that you're wearing in your ear, it's hard to hear exactly what the tour guide's saying. You have to stay with them the entire time and be right next to them so that you can hear what they're saying. So that is kind of a disadvantage here, that you're not going to get to really hear everything that your tour guide probably has to say unless you're walking with them the entire time, which means you don't really get to go out and explore on your own. But nonetheless, I mean, it was still really cool to be here and to walk around and see it. It's a beautiful place. It is well known and well trafficked by the locals and even by some tourists. Okay, let's go. We've made it to the restaurant here, and we're sitting down to eat some lunch. I think it's all the same. I think you actually make it on this little thing right here.
Yes. Yeah.
So we've got beef here, I believe, with some vegetables. And then inside of this tray, we've got fish. I think that is some type of mussels, some fish, and I'm not sure what this is. Vegetable of some sort. And then we've got our.
It's like a.
This is like the egg thing that we had the other day. When we were Tokyo, and a bowl of rice and soup.
Miso soup.
Get your meat there, I guess.
Just try and cook it all on there at once.
Crowd that hot plate.
Thank you.
Well, lunch is over. It was really good. Taylor ran into the bathroom and we came out, so she might be a little upset when she sees me with ice cream. There she is. She's looking around for me. She's probably way too far away to see that. No, I got this. This is the last one. I got the last one that they had. No more ice cream. Oh wow, your cone and everything is very different from mine.
Yeah, you did not get the right stuff. Josh did not get the right type of cone. He should have got one of these. This is like the Creamia brand. It's like a specific type of ice cream here in Japan. This is the most rich chocolate ice cream I've ever had.
I didn't even get to try it. Oh my gosh.
Isn't that good?
Silky. Mine's icy. Wow.
Silky and like rich.
So after lunch, we made our way to another shrine here, and this is where I really started to lose my patience with other people. Again, it's all about really reading what the tour is about, and for me, this is all about kind of immersing yourself a little bit into the culture, learning more about it. And so they ended up actually being pretty rude, especially to our tour guide, and I think just not really appreciating like where they're at here, especially just being in Japan as a whole. And from here, we then went to a lighthouse, which is where a lot of people just didn't seem to really make any sense that we were going there, because you can see lighthouses all over the world, whatever. But, again, is just part of the tour, and it's really important just to make sure that you're reading exactly what your tour is and what it's about and where it's going to take you. And if you have questions, when you get on the ship, you can always go to the excursion desk and ask them the specific questions of what is involved. So our last and final stop for today is at a lighthouse here in Japan, where we've been maneuvering around and touring around on the bus. It was actually kind of funny because some of the people saw that we had to go down a hill. They immediately stopped and turned around and went back to the bus. They weren't going to walk out here to the lighthouse. But nonetheless, it's really cool and very, very big. All right, we're climbing up some tight steps. We've got 163, I believe, to go as we climb to the top. What we're looking at, the steps are very thin. I think we're almost there. Oh, these ones are even more tight. Ouch. Oh, we made it. Yeah, it's a great view from up here. Well, that was fun. We conquered 163 steps going into the lighthouse. And it was 600 yen, so it was like a couple dollars, you know? So it's nice, totally worth it. A little different, you have to take your shoes off. But other than that, it was fine, it was good. Really cool views from up there. So I think overall today's been pretty good. One thing that I want to add, which is, it's kind of disappointing, and it actually kind of makes me a little regretful sometimes of going to some of these places. It's like over-tourism obviously sucks for everybody.
Yeah.
But I think the worst part is that like you're coming to a place of somebody else's culture, and it's really important to try to be as respectful as you possibly can to them. Obviously, like I don't speak Japanese and neither does Taylor. We don't understand all of the customs, but we do try our best to be as, I think, respectful as we can be. But I find it really, really interesting and really off-putting when there are people who are on our tour, you know, and they say things like, oh, that shrine's so small, it's not even worth going to. Or, you know, they don't want to take the time to listen to the guide or hear what she has to say to share about, you know, the culture that we're in. And I think that's also why a lot of people don't want tourists coming into their, you know, the places where they live and they experience. I mean, all of these shrines are places where people go to pray, and they do take it seriously. And I know like Taylor's taking photos and I take photos too, but it is important to like remember to be respectful of where you're at and not, I don't know, like be a jerk. Now that we're back on the ship and able to relax a little bit after that day, I mean, not it was a rough day or anything like that. It was a good day. But I just want to reiterate something that while we're on the ship, just remember to be mindful and respectful, especially when you're traveling in other people's cultures. Still just burns me up. So we're here at the Good Spirits Bar. This is basically turned into Taylor and I's like little hangout around or between about 5 and 7 because we don't eat dinner till 7:30 right now. So it's been really nice. They have a really great staff here and they have a great menu that you can kind of explore. So I found a new, basically a rum old fashioned. I had this yesterday and it's really good. Throw it up on the screen because I don't remember exactly what's all in there, but it's like chocolate and orange bitters with the orange peel or the orange twist, and then Appleton Estate rum. Apple State rum. Yeah, I just want to say, like, this is part of like cruising sometimes, you know, as we just get back on the ship and then we just like to relax, chill, reflect on the day. You know, it was a good day. We got to see some cool stuff.
Well, a very good evening to all.
One of the things that has been really cool about this cruise, which has been really different from any of the cruises that we've taken in the past, is that at most of the ports when we're leaving, so far, it's not like we've been to a ton. We've been to Nagasaki, Busan, and now here. But so far, they've all had like a band or somebody playing as we're leaving, which is really cool. It's like this, you know, this send-off for us. And it's really cool. Like, I don't think anybody's getting paid to do anything. It's volunteering. So let's go outside and take a look. Wow, look at everybody out here, like, lined up. Well, we are back in the main dining room tonight.
We have been seated and ordered within like 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
Having some rolls tonight. These are almost like a Parker House style roll, and they are so good. Don't get me wrong, I do like the like crispier outside rolls, but these.
Well, Taylor's got some dumplings, and they look really good. Pretty light. They're not overdone.
They smell really good.
And I got the French onion soup, which tonight, I think, is back on par with the way that it has been. Yum, yum. Good choice for me tonight.
It's funny, I feel like you ordered a meal that I would order.
I did. I've been, you could say, not being very adventurous for dinner. I think it's because I'm so hungry. Like, I just want to, like, eat stuff that I know
These are so good though.
that I'm really going to enjoy.
The sauce. I love a lot of sauce. So this is like a seafood bisque. I think there's like some shrimp and scallop and mussel like on there, but also it's like a lobster bisque basically. Base.
Is it good?
Yeah. So I have actually never had this before.
You've never had duck a la orange?
Nope. This is
Really?
duck à l'orange. Yep. Comes with some snap peas, obviously duck, and then I think these are some kind of like potato.
They're like a croquette?
Yeah. But it looks really good. The sauce is good on the snap peas.
Orange sauce. And then I've got my strip loin over here with our giant puff over. And we've got some potatoes underneath here with some broccoli and some carrots.
Goodness.
And then a little bit of a jus sauce, maybe. Looks good.
Probably.
So, oh, look at that.
I don't know if it's
Feasting like
working.
I'm feasting like a king tonight. Kayla doesn't know how to use a camera.
No, there was a shadow.
Well, I think tonight is the first night there's not actually something going on the ship after dinner. And so we've had a pretty good day. We've had a good evening. Dinner was good. But you know what we haven't really had all that much on this cruise? Pizza. So we skipped dessert tonight. And I'd like to say that I also skipped all of my dessert. But we had to go through the buffet. And they had chocolate chip cookies. And the chocolate chip cookies on this ship are really good. I actually got way more than I needed to, so I have some maybe for later, late night snack. If I wake up and I need some.
Just leave them on your end table with the margarita. Have a bite of cookie and a sip of your drink.
Yeah. But then look at this. I'm telling you. I'm honestly convinced, I think, that Princess has the best pizza. I think they do.
What I want to see, though, is does the pizza on all the ships, is it all the same?
Oh, it's a good call. So I guess we should just say on the Diamond Princess.
This pizza's really good.
Really, really good. And we didn't get one margarita to share. Mine's over there.
With the cookies.
With the cookies. So
Ready for the midnight snack.
we're calling it a night here on the Diamond Princess. Tomorrow, we're going to be heading into Kyoto. Pretty exciting. We're doing an excursion with Princess. So we'll share all of those details with you tomorrow morning as we head off. With that being said, we will see you all in the next one.